the diploma, but all of that, I'll tell you, did not directly help me to start the logistics business. I did not study logistics. I only acquired my diploma last year in logistics. So a lot of the things that we need to do to achieve in life, it's in books and not sitting in class. It's actually here. This is the best education that you also are going to have. So before you do anything, I would say self-awareness. If you want to be a CEO in another company, have self-awareness of who you are and how you can get there. What are your principles? Because you might get there by, how best can I say it? I'm looking for the right words. I don't want to be offensive. Bedroom, yeah, through your back, like, there's, yes, how do you get there? So you might want to be a CEO and then you have to compromise on your values and you get there. So you have to have self-awareness. What am I willing to do to get where I want to be? Thank you.
Wow, I like that, I like that. Wait, where's my timekeeper? Okay, all right, they're not, time up. Okay, all right, just, I think the last question is dealing with failure and also messing up on your finances. Because what inspired the Money Story actually was my bad financial decisions. There was a time when I sat down and I was like, okay, this year what did you do? And I calculated my money and I was like, where is this money? I didn't know where the money was. So now I have a habit where I go to my banker, I think they're here. So I say, please send me the bank statement. Then I look at the whole bank statement and at the bottom, I remember when I actually did it, I think about 3-4 weeks ago, then they gave me for the last 2 years. So at home I'm highlighting, I'm like, this money, what did we do with it? So let's talk about bad financial decisions. Do you have any? Maybe you guys are superstars and you didn't make them. We'll talk with Vimbai and then Thelma.
I think we all do. I remember when I started the business, early on, what I used to do is I would mix up the monies. It's like, like it's the business money and the money for bread and the money for what. You're just pulling from the same wallet. It's coming from everywhere. At the end of the day or at the end of the month, you look at what have I done and what do I have and you don't have. So the first lesson I learned on financial independence is you need to have separate wallets. I actually literally have different wallets. So you have the wallet for the business, you have the wallet for personal use, you have the wallet, and you actually pay yourself from the business. She did say that you need to pay yourself from the business and not just every day. I've seen business owners who go to the shop every day and they go and get money just willy-nilly, just getting money to use for... I was guilty of that, trust me. You then get to the end of the month and you don't really see what you've done. So I think those mistakes helped me then see what I need to do in terms of saving money, putting money aside. And I just need to bring this in that I learned early on now from Bishop Tudor Bismarck. He said, if you earn any money, you should have money to save aside. Come what may, month in, month out, you need to have money to save. If you look at your money and you don't have anything to save, you are living outside your means. So go back, sit down, look at, did I make $100? From the $100, what am I buying on the $50 and what am I saving? Because I think one other thing that motivates you as you're doing business or anything, it's seeing the things that you've achieved. So the moment you're not seeing anything coming out of this business, you then say, no, it's not working, then you leave it. So look, go back, sit down, look at the money that's coming in. Make sure you've got money that you're saving. If you can't save, there's something wrong. So go back and look at your expenses. Are you living within your means or you're trying to be a Noma?
An ex-Noma. Now she's put together, just throwing it out there. Yes, Thelma, please.
All right. Every woman in here is guilty of impulsive buying. Honestly speaking, we get careless with money here and there, and I think it's kind of okay. Honestly, it's kind of okay. It's kind of okay because we need it. When you're stressed, you just need to buy something to make yourself feel good. But you have to have limits. We have to be honest about this. We do that. But then you need to have structures and systems in place that will put controls and measures of how impulsive you get. So without those systems, without being able to track what you're spending on, how much you're getting, for me, I don't even touch the business money at all. I don't even have access to it. We've got an operations director, we've got finance guys. I get my salary on the 25th of every month. And if there's anything that I need to do outside of my salary, I have to find something else that gives me money. I've never went to the business and I was like, guys, my things are not balancing, can I have $500? It's being financially disciplined. You need financial discipline. And also, I understand that sometimes when you come across like large amounts of money, unofunduka. You know what you say in the yes, it happens. We're human beings. We have to always be honest about it. So just be careful. Maybe you can do it once so that you know the results. If you do not do that, the time will come when you get maybe $1 million and then you're going to make the biggest mistake there. So allow yourselves here and there to make mistakes. You can't be totally perfect. And there are instances where maybe something comes home, something comes up. And honestly, you can't even ask anyone or borrow from anyone, and there's money in the business. What are you going to do? Definitely you're going to take from the business. We have to be honest about this. But once you take from the business, what do you need to do? Record it, don't hide. Record that you took the money. Record that you are making negative profits. Because then you will understand where am I getting it wrong? If I'm not being able to meet ABC expenses, where am I supposed to cut? Because you can't keep doing that. So you're definitely going to make a lot of mistakes financially. And how can you also make sure that it doesn't happen? Get yourself trained in financial literacy. Before, I used to think that when I get my salary, I need to take 10% tithe first. And I was told, no, you need to pay yourself first. And then from what you've paid yourself, that's where you take the 10%. Not to say 10% first. And also, there's the 70%, 30%, 10% rules, all of that. So get yourself knowledgeable about all of that. It will actually help. Mistakes, you're going to make them. Don't beat yourself hard. Learn how you can improve on that. Thank you.
All right, so I didn't have this question, but I'm hearing everything that you're saying, but my confidence right now is at minus 20. Not me. But I'm just saying that there's somebody maybe right now who's like, my confidence is at minus 20. I'm just low. Where do I start? That's just the last question, just a random one, before we go to CT.
Do you mean confidence in the money that you
Oh
have?
no, confidence in myself as a person.
In being able to make money or
in being able to make money. I'm looking at the economy and I'm thinking maybe I should just leave Zimbabwe. I literally don't know where to start. Where to go from here, yes.
Okay, I think one thing I always just tell myself is just start from where you are and what you have. Because the problem or the delay we're mostly getting is we're waiting for someone else to come and hold your hand and pull you out of that hole. So I would say where you are right now, start there. What do you have? What's your income right now and how can you work with that income?
Thank you so much for the question. I'm going to touch on it on two different aspects. First, on the financial, economic wise. The problem is that we're looking inwards. You're looking at, I'm in Bulawayo, things are bad in Bulawayo. I'm in Zimbabwe, things are looking bad in Zimbabwe. Guys, it's no longer about Zimbabwe. It's no longer about Harare, Bulawayo. It's about the world. Things are opening up. I'm a girl from Chitungu, so that's where I was born. But we're opening an office in Dubai. Of course, we didn't start like there, but the opportunities are there outside. Somebody mentioned that from your laptop, with your phone, when we started, I worked on my phone. I looked for clients on my phone. So what I'm saying, I know it's possible. You can do business from your phone, but it's a matter of how hungry do you want those opportunities? Are you looking for them? There are remote jobs that you can do. For our research as a business, we get somebody on Fiverr. We don't even get it locally done. They're in India. So what skill do you have? Do you really need to go outside? Because if you want to go outside, in America they're now having house cleaning robots. So what are you going to go and do there? Right? AI is not replacing, but those who know how to use AI are using it. They're having robots doing the deliveries. So everywhere you're going to go, there are going to be problems there. So you need to start understanding how you can solve the problems where you are before you go out there. There are inherent problems in the UK, in Dubai, wherever you go, there are problems there. So first understand what opportunities are in the world and not where you are, and start applying those. And then confidence, I also touch confidence on a personal level. Because sometimes for us to be able to do what we do, to be able to do what we are doing right now, sitting here, guys, it takes a lot of guts. Because you're looking at different people like, am I making sense? You know? So being able to be an entrepreneur, a businesswoman, or even in the corporate, it has to start with how you also see yourself. And why I love the question is because I'm that one person who was I looked down upon myself. I was loved, I was bullied when I was growing up because of my complexion. Growing up, people called me Black Wadada. So it really affected me. And when I sit here, I'm so proud. I'm like, hey, is that me? So it takes a lot of work. So we need to work on ourselves, our inner selves as well, for us to be able to walk in a room. I'll tell you, I'm not afraid to knock on any door. Tell me right now, go to the VP. I'll go and knock. It's either he answers or he doesn't answer the door. And what's the worst thing that can happen? You mentioned like I was flying from Addis, and how I got that opportunity. I don't have any inheritance. I don't have any connections, mind you. I just walked up to the CEO of Ethiopian Cargo and I said, you know what? This is the idea that we have in Zimbabwe. And I attended a networking event like this. I was not speaking, I was just a participant. And he got off the stage. I'm like, that's my opportunity. I'm just gonna shake his hand for a minute so that he remembers me when I write him an email about what we're doing and what we want to do. And that's what I did. And from there, we started having conversations, and then that's how I'm getting invited to events. So just be confident. Don't think, just show up, introduce yourself. What's the worst thing that can happen? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please give them a round of applause. Thank you, Vimbai and Thelma. All right, ladies, can we just take a 2-minute break? TT is taking us on, the mighty, beautiful, amazing woman. So, they were talking about taking chances. I actually didn't think TT was going to come. So I remember I saw her, no, I've been following her actually on Instagram for a while, and I would always comment if she posts something on her Instagram, like, oh wow, that's nice, that's nice. And I thought, no man, TT is a big girl. She's not gonna come to Bulayo for us, for money Soirée. So when we were, I think it was last year, I was moderating a conference in Vic Falls. And I knew that she was going to be there. And I said, Titi, I just want to say hi. I went, said hi when she was having breakfast. I think I was literally just flying out. And I was like, hi Titi, how are you? Then I walked down and I was like, ha, Lawe. And that was fun. And then anyway, I got her number. And then I just sent her a voice note. I was like, what's the worst she can say? If she says no, oh well, whatever. In my heart I was like, she says no, it's fine. But she didn't flinch. She was like, yeah, I'm in. I said, oh, okay, that's good. Okay, Dr. Lance's not here yet. Yeah, even him, like when I inboxed him, I was like, Halapa. Yeah, I can't do his fagas. So I just sent him a voice and I'm like, hey, it's me, you know, so I'm doing this thing, do you want to come? He's like, yeah, cool, sure. I was like, okay. So ladies, they're right. Well, what's the worst that could happen? if I had doubted as well, they wouldn't be here. So the worst that happened is they're here and it's amazing. Titi, please take us on. Alright, wait, now I just remembered, as she's coming up, just a 2-minute break. We've got waiters there, so if you need water, they can serve you with water. I'm not sure if drinks are ready, but I think they can give you water. So just 2 minutes. If anyone wants to go to the bathroom, please feel free, and then Titi will come up and take us on.